13. Squirt 13, chemical 13. 3900 North Shadeland. Snorkel 13. Squirt 13, chemical 13. 3900 North Shadeland. 231. 231. Okay, car 2. Car 2, all apparatus come in through the airway. All second, third alarm apparatuses do not have to respond to this message, but come in through the airway at 38 and Pendleton Pike. All apparatuses on the second and third alarm come in from 38 and Pendleton through the airway shopping center. You do not have to answer. 231. District 6.
Set the power line, tell me out here as fast as you can.
We're on the way.
Okay. District 5.
Sure. Third alarm fire at 39th and Shadeland at the Apartments. They need you as soon as possible.
39th and Shadeland.
Yes, sir.
Be right over.
Engine 9.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You got a fire at 38th and Massachusetts?
Third alarm.
Third alarm?
Yeah.
Is that 38th and Mass?
Yeah, 3900 North Shadeland.
Okay, partner.
Thanks.
Right.
District 6. They're on the way, sir. They came in on the second alarm.
Okay, thank you.
District 4. Okay. Fire department.
Yes, I'm sorry to disturb you. Can you tell
Is this emergency, ma'am?
what it is?
I don't have time to talk. Sorry. Good night. Okay. Okay, car 1. Car 1, come in from 38th and Pendleton Pike through the Airway Shopping Center.
Okay.
Apparatus calling, go ahead. Go ahead, Enter 24. The police are on the way. We'll check with them.
Squad 14 is in Badger.
Squad 14.
Orders to District 6 in is 3 ambulances.
3 ambulances?
Yes, sir, and we need one quick.
Well, there's one on the way.
Hello?
Yeah, we need 3 ambulances out there.
Okay. Do the best we can.
All right. They need one right away. Number 13. Okay. Yeah, that one ambulance we need real quick.
Okay, we got one on the way from the community.
All right, thank you. And then we'll need 3 altogether.
Okay.
239. Yes, ones.
And we got our power back on. What, could you give us a stall type test?
You'll have to wait for a few minutes, then we'll do it.
What was that box I had up there?
Hold on a minute, will you?
Mike, tell us what happened last night. How fast did you know about the fire?
I knew about 2 minutes after, 2 to 5 minutes after the fire started, or everybody else knew about it.
What did you see?
When I looked out the window, I saw smoke rolling out of one of the apartments, so I hollered to the rest of the guys, there's a fire.
You go up and down rousing people out of bed?
Well, the first thing I did is I ran into my apartment. When I came back out, the whole side was in flames, and then it engulfed the other side. So then I went running down the hall, get out of the place, get out of the place.
How fast did the fire spread?
I think within 5 minutes it had covered just about all the floors.
Is this all the remains of your worldly goods?
Yeah. And a little bit of my roommate's. He hasn't got much, but I salvaged a little bit of it.
Everything else is gone, huh?
Everything else is gone.
What are your plans?
My plans? Well, what I got left, I'm just going to work from there.
Do you have someplace to stay and so forth?
Yeah, I have someplace to stay.
Dave, what did you see last night?
Well, my story is a little different. I was sound asleep, and I heard screaming and the door being kicked in. I got up, put my pants on, I walked out. It was a practical joke. I looked around, all I could see was flames. So all I did was, what I have on now is what I got out with. And right now they're trying to throw the rest of the salvage out of my apartment. What's left?
The fire spread pretty quickly then, huh?
I'd say within 15 minutes time had the complete complex engulfed.
Were you a little late getting out then?
I believe so. I think the flames followed me down the stairs
You did manage to get down the stairs before they caved in, though, huh?
very promptly.
What are your plans now? Do you have some place to stay? And
I think so. Let's put it that way. Go back to work, start from scratch. What else can you do?
was a scene of total destruction today as firemen sifted through the rubble of the apartment complex. Miraculously, all occupants of the 60 gutted apartments have been located.
We were having a small party over at my place when a girl ran into the party and told me that there was a fire over in apartment 115, which was right in back of us across the court. I ran over to the apartment, and the flames were in the living room at that time. I ran over to the clubhouse where we usually kept a fire extinguisher, tried to locate it, but it had been stolen. I found the rack and it was empty. We have a storage room where we keep cleaning equipment, and I ran in there and grabbed about 4 buckets, I think, and one of them had water in it. I ran out with the buckets, threw the buckets to some other people that were near me, and ran into the apartment with the bucket of water, threw it on the fire, ran back out, and the flames had started out of the apartment and then up onto the stairway. I really feel that if there was a fire extinguisher there, I think I could have stopped the fire.
So then what happened when you saw the flames spread?
Everyone in the complex then started knocking on doors, pounding on doors, and getting people out of the complex, and the movement was very fast. And as fast as possible, people came down the stairway, which didn't last long, and after that, after the stairway went in the center of the complex, people started jumping out of windows, and the people that did escape down the stairs and so on came out and started catching people that were jumping out the windows.
How fast did the fire spread? How fast would you say the whole place was engulfed in flames?
The porch area on the far side, as far as I could see, I would say 15 minutes maximum, and the entire porch on the far side was on flame.
In my opinion, no, there were not enough hydrants.
Were they far away from the apartment complex?
Well, of course, regardless of where they were at outside, there were none in the apartment project, and this is the thing that slowed down the subduing of this fire.
How long did it take the first units to get hooked up and get some water on the fire?
Well, in minutes I wouldn't be able to give you an answer on this. I just know that if there had been hydrants nearby, we could have been faster at it.
How many hydrants are there here, and how many should there have been?
So far I've seen none in the apartment complex itself. There are some in the shopping center area right outside the apartment complex.
In other words, this fire here is a good example of the plans that you're trying to get through, the ordinances on better fire codes, building codes.
Well, it's not a good example. It's a heck of an example as far as I'm concerned, and I wish it hadn't happened. But if it takes something like this to get the necessary legislation that we think we need, then it has happened. And if we don't work at it now, then I don't know when we ever can.
There have been several apartment complex fires in the past month. The Park Bordeaux fire on the south side, for example. Chief Don Bollinger of the Indianapolis Fire Prevention Bureau has introduced ordinances to call for stronger fire regulations at apartment complexes, stronger firewalls, more hydrants. This smoldering ruins here is grim evidence of the need for such stronger regulations. This is Bill Church, Eyewitness News, reporting.